Guys, welcome to Bachelor. This is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. I'm going to keep swapping. I've had so many people love my intro music the old way, some like it the new way. I'm just going to mix it up and keep it different. But whatever I put in the beginning, it'll be the different one at the end, just to keep you guys happy. Just yesterday I did a video on the science of bonding and pair bonding and why it is different between guys and girls. I know it's a bit of a longer watch, but I think it's interesting, and there's some science behind why guys say, hey, women cannot pair bond if they've had a kind of a crazy past where men still can. Put some time aside, and I think you'll like that. But I came across this story, and this is brand new as of today, and I thought I would share this with you. You know, Jim Jefferies once said, and this is not an exact quote, but it's one of his comedy skits. He said, being a stud is hard. You've got to dress nice. You've got to look nice. You've got to be, you have to have some game. You have to make good money. You have to have a nice car. Like, it's kind of hard to be a stud. Now, in reality, really, if you're just a really good looking guy, you can kind of be a stud. But to be a sloot, to be an easy girl, all you have to do is be a girl. Because, as he put it, there are fat ones and ugly ones and on and on and on. All you have to do is say yes. And some of you responded to my other video this way with the old parable that a key that can open every lock is a master key, but a lock that is opened by every key is just a crappy lock. Well, I wanted to talk about the mental health thing that many of us get the warning bells when it comes to a woman with many past partners. And this is a really good example of not only her proving it, but then talking about it. So let's look down through here. The Bachelor runner-up, Abby Chatfield. So The Bachelor is a TV show, I guess, where one guy, and they bring forth, 20, I've never watched it, 20 or 30 women, and he goes on little dates with all of them, and finally he narrows it down to one woman, and I guess they date or maybe get married. I could care less about the show, but they bring on these bevy of women for The Bachelor, and he slowly, and they kind of weed it out, and then he picks one. So it says The Bachelor runner-up, Abby Chatfield, 24, so she's young, 24, reveals she had STI in the past and boasts about having close relations with over 50 people. Shocking. The Bachelor's Abby Chatfield has shared intimate details about her intimate past. Appearing in the latest episode of her It's a Lot podcast, the 24-year-old bravely, very brave, revealed her experiences with STIs. When it came to self-shaming, this is something that I still struggle with a lot. I've had STIs in the past, she said. Okay, so if you're still self-shaming and not good about yourself, maybe don't go on The Bachelor and say, try to get married and try to meet a guy. Maybe work through your issues before you drag someone else in to your messed up life. She goes on to say, let me see if I can find it here. She says, Abby, who has the word feminist tattooed on her arm, shocking, also boasted about the number of people she's fooled around with. I used to have a list of people that I'd slept with. When I stopped counting, it was like 50, boasted Abby. She stopped counting at 50. She's 24. Stopped counting. Boasted. Do you hear all these? So this is, again, why guys go, look, man, I don't want to catch something. Is this girl going to say she's, on the pill or something and she's not? And I end up being, like, she ends up being a mom to my kid and I have to deal with her for the next 18 years, right? And how do you protect yourselves against this no matter what? You don't date. That's why so many guys are just, like, not dating now. She said they go on to explain what it is. And STIs. They continue on. Let me see. Meanwhile, Abby was left heartbroken when Matt Agnew broke up with her during the season finale of The Bachelor last year. Man, did he, like Matrix-style, dodge a bullet. Speaking to Punky in December, Abby admitted she went on a D spree shortly after she was dumped. Okay. Again, another thing that guys worry about when you're so casual with your past. Why are you so casual? Because you don't value yourself. Or women just say, I'm free and I'm just love living life. And let me read these next sentences to you, and you tell me if this sounds like a well-adjusted, normal person. Remember, these are a lot of the girls that are out there right now. Not all, but a lot. She said, speaking with Pumpkin in December, Abby admitted she went on a D spree shortly after she was dumped, sleeping with people who wouldn't know her and adopting a fake name to avoid spoiling the show's ending. While she's slated to appear on the upcoming season of Bachelor in Paradise, sources claim she was booted from the show within the first few days because she found out she was probably kind of easy. So imagine this. You get dumped on The Bachelor, and to get over it, but you're not allowed to give spoilers because they record it all at once, and then it's released over a season. So you have to go several months without letting everybody know what happened. You have to keep that to yourself, and they have people sign NDA disclosure and all this other stuff. So not only to get over her breakup, she changed her name so she wouldn't spoil it, and then she just went out and went on a D spree, just getting some and getting some. Does this sound like a healthy individual to you? If the answer is no, ding, 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 you're right. But this is also the same woman that was on here trying to get a Bachelor and failed by second place. She was the runner-up. Thank God this dude did not get involved with her. What a hot mess. She says, and they go on about STI. Okay, so that's pretty much it to the story. So let's look at this. This is a TikTok screenshot that someone on Reddit grabbed and posted up. When he asks how many bodies you have, so you accidentally subtract a couple and divide it by 4. 30 minus a couple, 28, divide by 4. Just 7. Just 7. And she looks to be like a college-age girl. You know, it boils down to self-worth. It boils down to being a well-adjusted, normal person. Guys, you know, when a guy wants to go out, and I cannot go to a bar and just pull up to the bar and flirt with a girl and say, "You want to go back to my place?" Nope, I have not proven myself to anyone. She doesn't know if I'm in good shape. Am I a good person? Am I a normal person? Am I not dangerous? Do I have a decent income? And I'm not good looking enough to just walk up and, "Hi there." That's not me, right? But a girl that is an average girl or even slightly below average can walk into a bar, walk up to a guy having a couple of drinks and says, "I'm really bored. You want to just go back to my place and plow me?" A lot of guys will do the, do I want to use my hand? Or, yeah, I'll go ahead. Sure, why not? There's an old joke that this reminds me of, which is what's similar between fat girls and mopeds. They're both fun to ride, but you don't want your friends knowing you did it or seeing you did it, right? I know I butchered that, but you get the idea, right? Is that guys will drop their standards way down just to get a little bit of action. It's called testosterone. It's called a couple of beers. It'll happen. But women don't. Women won't. And so, again, a guy to just get lucky, he has to kind of prove himself in many different ways. But a woman to get lucky, she just has to say yes. So when they're going out with so many partners, that it devalues the woman. It just does. It tells a guy, look, I really don't have any standards, just as long as he's good looking. And the fact that she got all the STIs means it was unprotected. It was unprotected. I mean, at that point, it just kind of feels like you're putting your DNA soup. And guys just aren't interested in that. It's gross. It's gross to think about. It's bad enough. It's bad enough to know the partner count, but to know that she got the gift that keep on giving multiple times, which means that she was with different guys multiple times without protection. That is such a huge turnoff. And the funny thing is, to tell you how guys think, the funny thing is, knowing this, even if every guy in a bar knew this, and she walked in and she said, "Hey, who would like a shot at me?" A good portion of the men would be like, "I'll just wear protection. All right, I'll go." That's men. That's how men think. A lot of men think. But it's not the same. It's not the same for women. And so now knowing this, knowing that she's basically the town bicycle, everybody will take a ride, but no one's going to buy the bicycle. No one's going to buy it. And so in this scenario, she's left with basically two choices. A, never having a good guy, a guy that would really care about her and value her, marry her. Because it's gross. It's really gross. Or number two, she's going to have to lie about her past. And then the guy's getting involved with something that he doesn't know the truth of the situation. So he's marrying a lie, or he's dating a lie. And this happens. This is, this young lady that I put that screenshot up of. She's, 18, 20, 22, 24? And they know this. But guys are not interested in this type of a woman. Every guy, not every guy, but many men will take their turn. They'll have their fun. But they're not going to commit to somebody like this because of all the damage, because of all the I don't value myself, the to get over a problem that I have, or to fix my low self-esteem, I'm going to make myself feel better by changing my name and going out and sleeping with a bunch of dudes. That'll make me feel sexy and important and worthy again. Nobody wants that mess. It's damaged goods. Guys are just not into it. So, again, not all women are like this, but women, you have to separate yourself from this. How do you do that? By having some self-pride, by holding yourself to a higher standard. That's what men want. And it's just a hot mess. It's just a hot mess. And again, somebody asked me in the comments the other night, they're like, do you date? Do you have a girl? And I'm like, me? No. I've been a monk since like 2018, since the very end of 2018. And it's not that I dislike women. It's not that I don't want to date women. Well, I don't want to date women. I'm busy. I have got so many other activities in my life that I just can't be bothered. Because think about it. Other than that 5, 10, 20, 30, 1 hour of fun that you may get with her for every day, but eventually every other day, and then eventually every 3 or 4 days, that's a lot of hours of in between that you need to fill. If you fool around or have relations every 3 days after 6 months or a year when things slow down, if you do that once every 3 days, and but it's a long time, it's an hour. All right, what's that? 1 hour versus 72 hours of talking, getting to know them, being friends, getting close to them. What kind of person is she? She's someone that has such little value that she had to change her name and go sleep with a bunch of strangers to feel all right about herself. That'll be a hard pass from me. And unfortunately, many women are going down this route. Guys, if you'd like to support my work, links below. Thank you for those that have. If you'd like to support me, like, comment, share, subscribe. Best way you do it, we'll leave it there. Better Bachelor, Joker. Blech.